Alright, so for anybody interested, this is a stock tow mirror off of a 2010 GMC Sierra 2500 Denali, I believe. It's not power folding, but it is power mirrors, heated, with the turn signal built into the glass. So I looked everywhere and everywhere, could not find a single thing telling me which wires go to what in this harness that comes out of the back of the mirror. My truck isn't set up for turn signals in my mirror. It isn't set up for heaters in the mirror. I do not plan on making a video about figuring out how to get the motors and the heaters to work. The only thing that I was interested in, since I do not have door modules on my truck, is how to get the turn signal to work. So just a little foreshadowing here. I hooked up a little, can't really say harness, but I hooked up a little thing that I made out of scrap wire here at the shop, and the mirror does in fact work. You know, the blinker turn signal is engaging. But for starters, let's go with this. So what I did is, since I couldn't figure out which wires went to what, I couldn't find any wiring diagrams online that would show exactly what it was. And for this mirror, it was always saying, you know, there was 12 wires or 16 wires or something fancy going on. So I pushed on this end, moved it up, that way I could get access to the back side where I could see where the LEDs are in the back. I looked in here, and you might be able to see it. So these two wires right here, one is a yellow wire and the other one is a green wire with a black stripe. I do not have those on the end of my harness. This is still after cutting off the connector. So then what I did, I'll zoom back out for you, is I pushed it to the other side so I could trace that wire across the bottom and up to here. When I traced that wire across, I found them right there. There's the yellow wire and the green and black wire. They run up into this little connector. It's got two pins on it, and you might be able to see down inside there on that connector there is a purple wire and a blue and white wire. That blue and white wire and the purple wire are on the end of this. The purple kind of looks brown, but it is purple. So I just kind of semi-rigged something up on there, blue and white wire, semi-rigged up, put power to it, turn signal works. Give me just a minute and I'm going to go outside, bolt this back up to the truck. I'm going to look for where the turn signal wire coming from the headlight is. I'm going to trace that back to the fuse block, look on the fuse block and trace that back to where I need to be, run some extra wire, hook it up, and show you guys it working. Thanks. Okay, so obviously I did something wrong, because they're not supposed to stay on. So what I did is I ran them out the door, down the jamb. Well, I ran them down the door, through the let's see if I turn this light on. Down the door, and then up through that. I know it looks kind of janky right now, but this is a temporary situation until I can figure out exactly what I want to do. So what I did is I wired them to, there's the damage from the cow. I wired them to the running lights, blinkers on both sides. They do work. But unfortunately, they stay on until I use the turn signal. If anybody else has any input, I tried to figure out, I know that there is a harness that runs through here in the kick plate. There's a harness that runs through there, and then there is a connector in there where you could do something, but unfortunately that's what I've got right now.